In a world where sustainability and environmental consciousness are becoming increasingly important, the agriculture industry is no exception. Creating an eco-friendly and sustainable egg farm is not only beneficial for the environment, but also for the quality and health of the eggs produced. This egg farm that we are visiting today aims to produce good quality fresh eggs, that in the process also make the least negative impact to the environment. The housing structures primarily use sustainable materials, like lumber sourced through sustainable harvesting practices. Trees have been planted on the property, and they serve as structural posts without undergoing milling. As the farm is located in the Philippines, where the average temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius, the housing design is open without walls. This design allows fresh air to flow naturally, eliminating the necessity for a controlled environment system. This leads to a significant reduction in the power required for artificial lighting and ventilation, unlike in typical factory farms. Roughly 30% of the farm's land is kept green, enabling the foliage to filter out dust and other emissions produced by chicken farming. However, the emissions from this farm are significantly lower compared to a typical poultry farm, thanks to the inclusion of yucca extract and other enzymes in their diet. Yucca reduces the ammonia production in the digestive tract and feces, and reduces the levels of environmental ammonia by up to 80%. Therefore, it has a positive effect on animal welfare and productive performance. To further minimize emissions, the chicken droppings are regularly treated with indigenous microorganisms. These microorganisms, which are typically sourced from the local environment, play a role in breaking down organic matter, including the waste and droppings produced by chickens. As they break down these organic substances, they convert them into simpler, less odorous compounds. They can outcompete and suppress the growth of odor-producing or harmful bacteria. Indigenous microorganisms can play a role in recycling nutrients in the dung, making them more available to plants. If the dung is used as fertilizer, this nutrient recycling can enhance the quality of the dung and reduce the odor associated with nutrient buildup. They also contribute to improved soil health and structure. The houses are intentionally constructed with an east-west alignment, which provides optimal shading from the intense Philippine sun. Most tasks on this farm are carried out by hand, including tasks like gathering eggs, feeding the chickens, and using carts for transporting feeds and eggs. The only time fossil fuels are used is when delivering the eggs to the market. The chicken feed is custom designed to have a high nutrient concentration, allowing the chickens to meet their daily requirements without needing to eat a large quantity. They consume 9 to 10% less than chickens on other farms. This means that the farm requires fewer trips to transport feeds from the feed mill, resulting in reduced fossil fuel usage and, consequently, a decrease in pollution. The chickens are not administered with antibiotics, hormones, or any other synthetic chemicals, and their feeds are 100% plant-based. Mainly consist of corn, soy, and wheat. On the farm, nothing is wasted. The chicken dung is sold as fertilizer, and thanks to indigenous microorganisms, the crops grown with these fertilizers yield a high output. That's why there's a high demand, resulting in a 14-day waiting period to acquire these fertilizers. As for the mortalities, the farm composts them, and approximately 6 months later, bananas are planted on top, effectively recycling the nutrients. In addition to bananas, other fruit trees and vegetable is also grown here. When it comes to managing weeds, no lawnmowers or grass trimmers are utilized. Instead, goats handle the task without cost. Typically, in poultry farms, rodents and flies are the most prevalent pests. However, at this farm, they steadfastly avoid using any pesticides or rat poisons, opting to rely on natural predators to control these issues. Cats excel in controlling rodents. Some insects target fly larvae for predation, while others focus on adult flies. If pesticide is used, these beneficial insects will not thrive. Due to the Philippines' susceptibility to typhoons, trees are deliberately pruned to control their growth. Instead of discarding the branches, they are transformed into charcoal, which farmers then use for their cooking needs. In this particular farm, hens are typically kept until they reach 27 months of age, which is 4 months longer than what is commonly practiced on commercial layer farms. As antibiotics are not employed, layer hens are safeguarded against infectious diseases through comprehensive vaccinations. They receive initial vaccinations before reaching maturity, and even during their laying age, they undergo regular revaccination to maintain their health. Healthy birds produce good quality eggs, and good quality eggs have strong eggshells. After collecting the eggs, they are sent to the grading machine, where each egg is sorted according to its weight. At this farm, the eggs are never washed. This is because eggs have a natural protective coating called the bloom or cuticle, which helps prevent bacteria from entering through the shell. Washing eggs can remove this protective layer, making them more susceptible to contamination. But the farm does advise customers to wash them before cooking. When stored at room temperature without exposure to sunlight, these eggs can last at least 28 days. The eggs produced are exclusively marketed within a 15-kilometer radius from the farm, resulting in a minimal carbon footprint. This farm's eggs are priced slightly higher than those from other large commercial farms, but loyal customers continue to patronize them because they trust the quality of the eggs they consume.